Hello and welcome to the Weekend Preview Show. I'm Dan Breen, and coming up this week we'll be speaking to our Australian forward Wehebe Darge. We'll also be having a look at the Phantoms fixtures this weekend, where they'll take on the Guildford Flames on Saturday and the Telford Tigers on Sunday. But first, here's the news. In the news this week, Joe Rand has rejoined the Basingstoke Bison as injury cover. The Canadian forward did retire from the game at the beginning of the season, however said he would remain registered for situations just like this. He's now played a total of 3 games for the club so far this season and has no points. In other signing news, Craig Thurston has joined the Manchester Phoenix. The young forward did play for Hull last year for a few games before returning to the WSHL and the Cheyenne Stampede. On his return to the UK, he'd scored an assist in his debut with the Phoenix against Sheffield Steel Dogs in their 4-2 win at the weekend. And lastly, the Telford Tigers are showing no signs of slowing down. They picked up a maximum 6 points from 3 games this weekend. That puts them 8 points ahead of Milton Keynes, who are in second, and quite a few points against Hull, who are only 1 point above the Peterborough Phantoms in 4th. But there you go, that's the news for this week. Looking forward to our games this weekend. First up on Saturday, the Phantoms will travel to Surrey to take on the Guildford Flames. Now the Flames are down an import, with Matisse Kral being out injured still. However, they picked up a nice signing in the form of Michael Satek from the Telford Tigers a couple of weeks ago. Now over the course of the season, including his time with Telford, Satek has picked up 15 goals from 28 games for a total of 21 points. So he's going to be one to watch, and we've seen him play before. He's very fast and very aggressive skater. The top Brit is still Ben Campbell. He's got 16 goals for a total of 34 points, and that's in a total of 27 games. So again, a lot of players to watch out for, and they are running a pure Brit netminding crew in form of Dean Skins and Mike Will. Looking forward then to Sunday, we see the return of Shropshire's Telford Tigers to Planet Ice Peterborough. The players to watch out for there are clearly Doug Clarkson, who has 22 goals for 36 points, making him one of the highest point scorers in the league, as well as being Telford's highest scorer. However, the other player to watch is a Brit by the name of Matty Davis. Long-term Phantoms fans will remember him from the 10-11 season where he played here. But at the moment, although he only has 9 goals, he's picked up 41 points, made up of 32 assists. In fact, only Stanislav Lasek from the Hull Pirates and Jonas Hug from the Swindon Wildcats have more assists. So those are the people to watch out for this weekend when the Phantoms play their games. Wehebe, thanks for joining us. This will be your first big sit-down interview with us, I think.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let's start with the obvious one. Australia, it's known for many things, not ice hockey. How did that come about?
When I was, I'll take it right back to the beginning, So when I was 3, my mum bought me a pair of rollerblades, and I was just on them night and day all the time, and got into inline hockey when I was 5. And then from there I made the Australian team, and we went over to Edmonton, and I saw what ice hockey was when I was in Canada. Right. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? So I was 12 when I got into ice hockey, came back from Edmonton and saw what it was. I was like, I want to do that. And it was kind of just, it's been uphill since then.
Okay, so how did you start playing hockey in Australia then? Because, like I said, I've seen some of the photos of the rinks over there, and they're a little nicer, shall we say, than this one. But was it difficult to get into? Difficult to find a junior team?
Basically what happened with me is I started when I was 12, played in I played in-house, which is, in my state, we have 1 ice rink, right? Yeah. And my state is probably a bit bigger than England. So
yeah. I think most states in Australia are.
That's exactly it.
Tasmania.
Yeah, exactly. So we only played against a couple different teams when we were young, and then when I was 15, my coach said to me, look, if you want to progress, you need to go overseas. So right. that's when I moved to Canada when I was 15. Okay, so started playing, is it Harrington you said? Harrington, which is where I met Ben Russell, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what was it like going, obviously being Australian, there's going to be a little bit of mickey taking going on, but I mean, how did you fit in once you got there and started playing?
Oh, it was pretty interesting. There was internationals from all over, right? But none from the likes of Australia. There was a few English guys there. There was a fair few Japanese guys, a lot of Europeans, Russians, Latvian players. But yeah, I was only Australian, and it was like you said, a lot of Mickey was taken to begin with. But as I progressed, I got a lot more respect, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So from Canada back to Australia, what was Adelaide your first senior team?
Yeah. So I started when I was 18. I played the 09 season, and I only played the second half of the season. I can't remember the exact reasons for that, but I came in right towards the end, and we actually ended up winning the cup that year. So it's fantastic. It was a great first experience.
Started with success.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, Adelaide have had some pretty strong teams over the years.
Yeah, we have. We've had a very, very strong Australian core. So our imports have also been good, but the big part of the Australian League is having a good core, because you can only have 4 imports per team, right? Yeah. And when I was younger, our imports were all about my age now, about 24, 25, 26, and they were fantastic. And then now they're getting a bit older, and we're starting to get into a new generation, and the cycle starts again.
So, I mean, when you stepped onto the ice here for the first time for a home game, what was your first impression?
Speed. The speed is it's a lot faster than what I'm used to, actually. Yeah. So that was definitely the number one thing, and then how physical it is too. The English they play a pretty physical style of game, which I surprisingly enjoy for my. You wouldn't think I would with my size, but I do enjoy a fast physical game. So yeah.
And recently, obviously, you played full season in Belgium as well in their leagues. Mm-hmm. How does it compare to kind of the very Gallic European style to kind of possibly a more North American style?
It's very different. It's very different. As most people know, European hockey it's a very possession-based game. Not a whole lot of dump and chase, big hits. They play on bigger ice rinks, all Olympic size. So I would say the big differences I found were one the skill here it's actually quite a bit up from Belgium. But at the same time, there was a fair bit of skill in the Dutch teams in the Belgium league, because it's a Beneliga, so it's 8 Belgian teams, 8 Dutch teams. Okay. I was on the second, third best Belgian team, and then I think we came about 8th or 9th in the league. So the Belgian teams did surprisingly well compared to Dutch talent. But yeah, the skill level's up a lot more here than it is in that league.
So have you found it much of a sprint to catch up, or have you been just found it a case of almost like, this is the kind of gear I should be in, and just getting to it?
Exactly. It did take me a while to find my feet. I was a bit out of shape when I first got here. I hadn't been skating a whole lot. I've been enjoying a month off the ice, because I don't actually get a whole lot of time off the ice. When I go home, I play in the Australian season. So it was nice to have a month off, and then kind of get over here, and caught me off guard a little bit, but found my feet, and I'm enjoying it.
So how many times have you played for Australia now?
I played the 2009 in Mexico for the men's team, 2013 Croatia, 15 Iceland, and 16 Mexico. Okay. So 4 times, for the men's team, and once for the juniors and once for the under 18s.
Yeah. So was it the last Mexico tournament that Australia got promoted?
Yes, it was this year. Earlier this year, we unfortunately last year we had a shocker of a year in Iceland, and got relegated, and then this year we knew that we were better than that division, and we kind of went in there with a very good mentality, and we won all our games. It was fantastic. So it was also fantastic going to Mexico. It's a beautiful country, so I wasn't too upset about getting to it.
Well, there are downsides for everything.
Exactly.
Oh darn, you've just got to travel to Mexico.
That's exactly it.
So are you looking to kind of stick and stay in the Australian squad for the next season?
Yeah, definitely. I love playing for the Australian team. It's a great honour. And this year I think we're heading to Romania, so hopefully I'll be selected for that.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, and good luck for the rest of the season, and good luck with Australia as well.
Cheers.
So that's it for the weekend preview show this week. Thank you to our guest, Wehebe Darge. And don't forget, the Phantoms will be here on Sunday when we take on the Telford Tigers. Tickets are available online or from the box office here. That's it for us then. So, thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.